Jai Gurudev, and thank you for joining us today. Again, today we have with us an art filming expert and an officer of the Vedic Dharma Sansthan. We are here at the Shri Gaushala, and we will dive into the deeper meaning of cows, their sacredness, and their spiritual symbolism in the Vedic tradition, and the life of Lord Krishna. So, can you give us an overview of the significance of Shri Gaushala within the art filming ashram? Absolutely, Shri Gaushala is not just a cowshed; it's a living sanctuary of divinity and tradition. Situated within the Art of Living International Center in Bengaluru, this Gaushala is home to over 1,600 cows across 90 native Indian breeds. Each cow is cared for with love and reverence. The space itself radiates peace. For us, this isn't just animal welfare, it's a revival of a lifestyle aligned with Dharma, where the cow is both a nourisher and a teacher of values like patience, humility, and service. Now, Sadhvi Nitya Bodhaji spoke about a Sanskrit word go having multiple meanings. Could you elaborate on that? Yes, this is truly one of the marvels of Sanskrit. The word go doesn't just mean cow, it also stands for knowledge or jnana or senses or indriya or light or theta and even salvation or moksha. This rich polysemantic quality reflects how the cow is symbolically connected to many dimensions of life. So, when we say Gopal, one of Lord Krishna's names, it means protector of cows and also the one who governs the senses, a yogic reference. Our scriptures don't just adore cows, they integrate them into the fabric of spiritual evolution. Now, Lord Krishna's childhood is deeply associated with the cows. How does this connection shape our understanding of divinity and daily life? Yes, indeed, Krishna was raised in Gokula in the home of Nanda and Yashoda amidst thousands, some say lakhs of cows, as per Sadhvinitya Bodhaji's narration. Young Krishna's day began with seeing and worshipping the cow, which is known as the Godarshan and Gopuja. This ritual instilled gratitude, discipline, and purity of intention from an early age. It teaches us that when we begin the day with reverence for life and creation, we become instruments of higher consciousness. Krishna was called Gopala, Govinda, Govardhandari, all hinting at his divine relationship with the cow. Now, what is the spiritual purpose of a Goshala in today's world? A Goshala is not just a shelter, it is a spiritual ecosystem in today's world where speed and self interest dominate. The cow brings us back to our roots. She teaches unconditional giving, milk, dung, urine, calm presence, and spiritual vibrations. The Vedic Dhammasan ensures that these principles are not forgotten. We conduct Gopuja, Goyagyas, and Satsangs in the Goshala to revive Vedic values. Moreover, the cow's presence improves mental clarity, reduces stress, and aligns us with sattvic energy, just like our art of living techniques too. Now, how does art of living integrate Kaushala into seva and spiritual practices? That's a very beautiful aspect of our ashrams' life. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji often emphasizes seva through reverence. Many volunteers engage in cow care as sadhana, feeding, cleaning, or simply sitting quietly in the Gaushala to meditate. It's a karma yoga in its purest form. We also use the Panchakavya, a sacred mixture derived from five cow products in Ayurvedic practices, and how one's children and visitors are taught how to interact with cows mindfully so they leave not just with joy but with a value system embedded in compassion. Now, tell us about the deeper anecdote Sadhviji shared of Krishna not coming out of his room one day. What does it symbolize? That's a lovely and profound story. One morning, Krishna did not come out of his room despite being called by Yashoda. Why? Because no one had brought a cow in front of him yet. He was taught to begin the day only after seeing the cow. This shows his unwavering samskar or impression of dharma and gratitude. Even as a child, he respected Gomata so deeply that he refused to start the day without her darshan in a world that forgets its roots. This story reminds us that spiritual grounding begins with humility and reverence. Finally, what message does this Kaushala and Krishna's story bring to urban families today? A simple message is slow down and reconnect. Whether you live in a city or village, you can bring this consciousness into your life. Offer gratitude before meals, light a lamp with the cow ghee, visit a Gaushala, teach children to respect all beings. Lord Krishna's stories are not just mythological, they are templates for a conscious, connected life. Gurudev's vision for Shri Shri Gaushala is exactly that, to blend ancient reverence with the modern awareness so that every heart can experience the divine rhythm of nature. Thank you for this enriching conversation through tales, traditions, and timeless values. We are reminded that the cow is not just a sacred being, it is a gateway to reconnect with our higher self, Jai Gurudev. So, and could you elaborate on the symbolism of Krishna's various names like Gopala, Govinda, and Govardhan in the context of cows? Yes, in our scriptures, every name of the Lord is rich with layers of meaning. Gopal means the protector of cows, but also implies one who safeguards the senses. Govinda is one who brings joy to the senses and the cows, and Govardhan represents the one who elevates or uplifts the cows' sanctity. Interestingly, Govardhan is also the name of the sacred hill that Krishna lifted to protect Gokul, symbolizing spiritual strength and protection of Dharma. These names indicate Krishna's life was not separate from nature. In fact, he lived in harmony with nature and especially with cows, showing us that divinity is found in protecting the vulnerable. Now, how does the Gaushala help children and youth today connect with values and heritage? When children walk into the Shishi Gaushala, something magical happens. They drop their devices and start smiling. They bond with the cows without being told to do so. Through interaction, stories, seva, and even drawing or singing for cows, they naturally absorb values like empathy, responsibility, and discipline. We also share stories of Krishna's childhood, how he would play with calves, how he cried when one went missing. These tales shape a child's emotional intelligence in a world distracted by speed and competition. Cows and Gaushala offer a sanctuary of slowness and connection. Does modern science support a traditional reverence for cows? Absolutely. Many modern scientific studies now affirm that what the Vedas and Ayurveda have taught for millennia. The cow's milk, urine, and dung have medicinal, antibacterial, and agricultural benefits. Panchagavya, for instance, is used in cancer research and organic farming. Emotionally, being around cows is shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and blood pressure. The electromagnetic field around a calm cow is said to introduce and induce serotonin release in humans. So, what our sages intuited through science and silence and wisdom is now being validated in labs. The cow is not just an animal, she is a bio spiritual companion to our well being. How do volunteers describe their experience working at the Gaushala? Many of our volunteers, even those from big cities or corporate backgrounds, say the Gaushala transforms them. Initially, they come with hesitation, wondering, how can I serve cows? But within a day or two, their heart smells. Feeding a cow, brushing her, looking into her eyes, it's as if they are seeing a living embodiment of divine motherhood. Some even say that during Seva, they have had a deep meditative experiences, feeling calm, blissful, or even tearful. Serving at the Gaushala becomes a silent meditation where the ego dissolves and only devotion remains. Now, what role do Gaushalas play in reviving India's indigenous cow breeds and ecological balance? That's a very important question. Many native cow breeds like Gir, Sahiwal, Tharparkar, and Kangavyam are disappearing due to hybridization and neglect. The Shrishi Gaushala is a conservation center as well. It protects, breeds, and documents these species. Indigenous cows are heat resistant, disease resistant, and their milk has A2 protein, which is easier to digest. They contribute to natural farming through dung and urine enriching the soil. So, by protecting cows, we are also protecting soil health, food quality, and rural economy. It's ecological dharma. The Vedic Dharma Sansthan is working to create awareness and policies around this. Can you share a moving incident from the Gaushala that touched your heart deeply? Yes, one moment stays with me. A few years ago, a young boy with speech difficulties visited the Gaushala. He had barely spoken a sentence clearly. One day, while feeding a gentle cow named Lakshmi, he suddenly whispered Ma and hugged her. His mother wept. From that day, he would speak more while around the cow. Slowly, his therapy improved. That cow became his first therapist. This is the healing energy or presence of love without conditions, judgment, or effort. Cow teaches how to be, not how to be, how to do. Now, how do the Vedic scriptures see the cow in relation to national and dharmic duty? The Rig Veda, Atharveda, and Manusmriti speak of the cow as Aganya, one who should never be harmed. Protecting cows is seen as a Rashtra Dharma or national duty. Maharshi Dayananda and Swami Vivekanand both emphasize cow protection not as dogma but as cultural preservation. In the Mahabharata, Bhishma says, cows are the root of all prosperity today in a time of ecological imbalance. This wisdom is more relevant than ever. Reviving our connection with cows means reviving our commitment to sustainability, compassion, and spiritual integrity. In conclusion, how can the people living in cities adopt the values of Gaushala in their homes and hearts? You don't need to live on a farm to live with reverence. Even in a small flat, you can chant Gopala Gopala, Devaki Nandan Gopala daily, offer a spoon of cow milk to a tulsi plant, or support a Gaushala through donations or volunteering. Teach your children to bow before the cow when visiting a temple. Celebrate Govatsadvadashi or Gopastami. These small acts keep the fire of Dharma alive. The cow reminds us to give more than we take, to love unconditionally, and to live harmoniously. That is the very essence of Krishna consciousness and Vedic living. Thank you for this sacred and soul stirring dialogue. The tales from the Gaushala, as lovingly narrated by Sadhvi Nitya Bodhaji, are not just stories, they are living teachings meant to awaken our inner Krishna, our inner Gopal. May every home become a Gokul, every heart become a Gaushala, and every life become an offering to Dharma. Jai Gopala, Jai Gurudev.